Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. I wanted to talk a little bit, it's been a little bit, you know how my days go, they're always a little bit crazy. This has been better than most, actually. It's been kind of quiet. I wanted to talk a little bit about the holidays. The holidays officially start 2 weeks from tomorrow, which is Thanksgiving Day. And as a single mom, I have a lot to do to prepare for the holidays. I have my kids on Thanksgiving and I have my kids on Christmas Day. And so I have to plan and prepare 2 big holiday meals. And fortunately, my children are older, so I don't have to do, we're not doing Elf on the Shelf. We will open gifts on Christmas, but they've kind of outgrown Santa Claus, which makes me a little sad. But we will be, there's a lot to plan for. And as a small business owner, then I've also got to plan to make sure that my clients are recognized for the holiday. Everybody likes to get something for the holidays. So I was thinking about, I try to start my holiday shopping actually in September, and it never actually works out. I usually do it on Christmas Eve. You can come up with some branded videos. You can do something cute like the Jib Jab videos and put them up on your website to make fun of yourselves. Everybody always likes it when you make fun of yourself. They don't like to have other people make fun of them, but making fun of yourself is fine. Think about how to approach them. And this doesn't just go for business, it goes for personal stuff as well. I keep getting that error and I don't know why. How do you want to approach the holidays? Well, mine tend to be fairly low key. I don't, my family that lives here, which is one sister and one adult daughter, and 2 teenagers, they already have their plans for the holidays. So holidays at my house are usually pretty low key. I have been known to actually celebrate Thanksgiving at a restaurant with a friend. So I like to cook, so I do usually put on a big spread. But as far as business is concerned, as an accountant, this is actually my busiest time of the year. And the reason is, let me stop and give you a little bit of a history lesson. Black Friday. Black Friday. Why do we call it Black Friday? There's nothing black about it unless you're an accountant. Black Friday is the day that accountants can put away the red ink. If a retail business makes enough money on Black Friday, they will be in profit for the rest of the year. And that's why they call it Black Friday. That's the day the accountant can put away the black ink for the year, the red ink for the year, only use black ink. They will be in profit, and that's the day. That's the day that most retail businesses hit their profit margins, and they're able to make their money between Black Friday and New Year's Eve. Bet you didn't know that. So, and by the way, I am not a Black Friday shopper. I am not even a Cyber Monday shopper. I am usually one of those that's sadly perusing whatever is left on Christmas Eve. I'm awful. I plan well every year, and it kind of fails in the execution. So the first step would be to get inspired. What do you want to do for the holidays? And this could be, do you want to do some branding? Do you want to, Netflix once created a fake trailer for a fireplace in your home, and it went viral. People love the holidays. Office Max did the Elf yourself. And you can actually do something really similar with Jib Jab. One of the things I like about Jib Jab is just that you can put your own faces on the little elves and promote it. And kind of, there's actually nothing to do with sales about it. It's just to get into the holiday spirit. The next thing to do would be to consider what your goals are. Now, if you're a retailer, your number one goal is to get into profit, and you expect to be able to do that by the day after Thanksgiving. Do you want to make your shoppers feel welcome at a brick and mortar store? Do you want to increase sales? Do you want to tell your brand story and create brand awareness? Probably not one that I'm going to do because I don't brand for personal reasons. Say thank you and show appreciation to your customers. This is always a good one. It's always really nice as a customer to receive at least a card in the mail. We're so electronic today. Everything is done through email. So if all you do is drop a Christmas card in the mail, you're already making yourself stand out. It's a time to give back to the community. This is a great time to do to volunteer with Meals on Wheels or with a homeless shelter or something, and give back. One really nice thing to do would be to everywhere has the angel tree that has some children's sizes and ages, and that their families don't have enough money to buy them gifts for Christmas. So it might be really nice to take a couple of those and just give back with no expectation of getting anything in return, by the way. Another way that we've done to give back to the community, my youngest daughter, when she was in Girl Scouts project, she did the teddy bear project. And that is something that the Bank of America Fort does here every year. They collect new teddy bears. It used to be used, but now there's reasons that they do need them to be new. And they have a ceremony at the end where the Highway Patrol comes in and picks them up. And Mercedes collected over 700 teddy bears for this project. And we didn't have, it's been kind of fun to brag about it, but we really didn't have any reason to do this other than we became aware that it was a need. And it's such a simple thing to buy a few teddy bears or to collect them. And by the way, if you ever want to do something nice for children, especially children that have been abused, these teddy bears were going to domestic violence shelters for the children, and they were also going to the Highway Patrol because sometimes they come upon accidents where both parents or the only parent in the car is injured. The child is fine, but they need to comfort the child. And so they have these teddy bears so these kids will have something soft to hold on to. I always get a little bit teary because I have a thing for kids. I have 7 younger siblings and 5 kids of my own, and so I love kids. If you ever want to get a business involved in something for children, especially where domestic violence is involved, reach out to the biker community. They're wonderful about that. They were the source of most of these 700 teddy bears. This is also a time, so that's something you can do to give back to the community. Find out what a Bank of America Fort just reached out and found out that kids need something soft to hold on to in times of crisis, and so they created the Teddy Bear Project. And it has absolutely become massive. There's competitions between all the branches and between the tellers and the bankers as to who can bring in the most bears. And so when the Alpine branch got a hold of the Girl Scouts, they were really excited because the Girl Scouts were trying to outdo the Boy Scouts. This is also a time to invest in company culture. Now, one of the ways to do that, one of the most common ways to do that, is actually to host a Christmas party. It does not have to be at a restaurant. Some of the best Christmas parties that I've been to have been just in the office, where it turned out to be a potluck. Everyone brought something to eat, and we just were there. I mean, just eating. And developing relationships between coworkers. Get marketing and press attention for creative initiatives. This was something the Teddy Bear Project actually did. And bring business contacts together to spread positive cheer. This could be just as simple. Again, this is the potluck Christmas dinner. This is something you don't want to do at a restaurant because it becomes very, very expensive. But you could easily have a potluck dinner, or even have it catered, where you just bring everybody in and have a cocktail party or an evening party of some kind, to allow your clients, your colleagues, and even just business contacts that you think would be good for your clients, bring them in and just let them mingle. So you can think about what holidays that you want to celebrate. Now, of course, I'm in Utah and in America, so that means that obviously I'm celebrating Thanksgiving. And we've already had Halloween. Black Friday is the day after Thanksgiving. Small Business Saturday is on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Cyber Monday is the Monday after Thanksgiving. So this year, Thanksgiving falls on the 22nd. Excuse me, the 23rd. Black Friday is the 24th. Small Business Saturday is the 25th. Cyber Monday is the 27th. And then, of course, there's Christmas, which is always on the 25th if you don't happen to celebrate it. Hanukkah, and I, not being Jewish, I actually don't know when Hanukkah is. I'd have to look at my calendar. It starts December 12th and goes on for 8 days. Kwanzaa, what is Kwanzaa? I think it starts on the 26th. And New Year's. So decide, and sometimes it's fun to celebrate a holiday that people don't usually get attention on. You know, this is the time of the year that we're thinking about the holidays, but it might be fun to just send something out for April Fool's Day rather than putting all of your effort on Christmas. Then you can decide what to do for each holiday. The tried and true ones are holiday parties, customer thank you notes, funny holiday videos. No, I'm not doing a funny one. I will do a holiday video, but I'm funniest when I'm not intending to be, I guess. Custom holiday images. You can put a holiday themed signature on your email, change your logo to a holiday theme, sales coupons and deals. Some sort of holiday themed resource. Again, I'm an accountant, so I'm gearing up to start in January with a whole lot of 1099s going out. But I will be sending out Christmas cards. I will be sending out postcards. By the way, I also send Visa cards to prepaid Visa cards to people that refer me business. You can do holiday themed contests. Send in the picture of your biggest turkey. And of course, email newsletters. But you need to keep in mind, it's really bad here in Utah because a lot of people here are all of the same religion. I always joke that I grew up in Seattle and then Western Kentucky, and there always was a church on every corner. It's just that the difference is here, they're all the same denomination. It's kind of odd. But be mindful, not all of your customers are going to have the same holidays. They're not going to be the same religion. They may or may not be even be Christian. So if you're aware, that's why a lot of businesses will say Happy Holidays rather than Merry Christmas. Although I have yet to meet anyone who is that picky about it. If someone says Happy Hanukkah to me, I'm just going to smile and say it right back. Another thing that you could do, by the way, this has step 4, prepare the troops and delegate. And I thought about the troops. You could send care packages to soldiers overseas. wife. And when you're overseas, and even in someplace really nice. I lived in Germany, and it was really nice, and it was really beautiful over there. And yes, they celebrate the holidays, but they celebrate Christmas very, very differently than I was used to. St. Nicholas actually came to our house on December 6th, and he had Black Peter with him, and I had no idea what was going on, and why this guy in this Catholic outfit was at my door, but we just smiled and presented the kids, and they got treats in their shoes, and that's how they do Christmas. It's actually the Christ child that brings the gifts on Christmas Eve. So it was really different. It was wonderful, mind you. It was wonderful, and it's some of my favorite memories. But it was very, very different. And it took a lot of getting used to. I mean, we couldn't celebrate Halloween because Germans don't celebrate Halloween. We had Thanksgiving at our house, but it was, again, a little bit strange because Thanksgiving is a very American holiday. In fact, I think America and Canada are the only countries that celebrate a Thanksgiving holiday like that. I could be totally wrong, so if you know differently, let me know. But it was really weird for us. We lived on the economy, which means we did not live on a military base. We had a German landlord. We lived in a German apartment. And so it was really interesting to have all of these single soldiers come over to our house, and I cooked. And half of the stuff that we were used to for Thanksgiving and Christmas, we couldn't get. We had to drive, 20 minutes to get to the commissary to buy what we were used to. They don't have cranberries in Germany. They have no idea what a sweet potato or a yam is. They don't use peanut butter, and they don't like marshmallows. So, it was like half of the stuff that I was used to. I make Boston baked beans. I make green bean and corn casserole. I make candied yams, and my German landlord had no idea what we were doing. So, if you know anyone, or if it is very meaningful to not just the troops, but the families of the troops that are deployed overseas, whether they are deployed into a combat zone or whether they are just overseas on a regular tour. It means a lot to them to receive things that remind them of home. So that would be something that would be a wonderful way to give back to the community. So back to prepare the troops and delegate. If you are expecting a huge rush on Black Friday or Cyber Monday or Small Business Saturday, you need to be prepared for that. So this is when a lot of companies are ramping up their holiday staffing. You can use, you need to coordinate, you need to make sure that everybody is trained. You need to make sure that basically that everything's ready to go. And then plan how you're going to promote this. Social media is one that I really like. You can do giveaways, you can do blog mentions, you can do email marketing. Let your customers know what you're going to be up to. You can do paid advertising. People want to buy, by the way. People love to buy, people love to spend money, and your job is to facilitate that. People don't like to be sold, but they like to spend money, they like to buy. So again, your job is not to be a salesperson, it is to facilitate them buying the things they want to buy anyway. And then you can sit back and kind of probably can't relax till after New Year's, which is when I'm going to be busiest. But sit back and execute it and kind of be prepared to see what goes wrong, what goes right. And then you can tweak it for the next year. So yeah, this is a great time to be prepared. The holidays are coming way fast. It really kind of shocked me when I was, talking about setting an appointment for 2 weeks from yesterday, and it dawned on me that's Thanksgiving week. It's already here. And Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa will all be upon us before we know it. So now is the time to prepare. If you have any ideas on how to promote your business, how to prepare for the holidays, I really don't care if it's business or personal. On the personal side, this is probably next week I will start doing my holiday feast shopping, which means that yes, even for me and well, they're not little kids, they're bigger than me, 2 teenagers, yes, I will be buying a turkey and potatoes and yams, which are the dark sweet ones, not the light sweet potatoes, and russet potatoes and stuff for baked beans and my green bean and corn casserole and 4-layer dessert and pumpkin pie and apple pie and ice cream and whipped cream. And we eat a lot between Thanksgiving and Christmas. If you are friends with me, feel free to come by the house on Thanksgiving because I will have enough food for about 30 people here. I guess that's it for tonight. Oh, and by the way, if you're friends with me and you have not had one of my holiday meals, you are missing out because I am a good cook. I will not be broadcasting on Thanksgiving, so kind of be aware of that. And, you know, brace yourselves. This is the time of year. I'm going to talk a little bit more tomorrow. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to talk about, but it will be fun. And I will see you tomorrow.